Well, we're in the middle of hurricane season, so now is the time to prepare and make sure your family and home is safe. In today's Safe from the Storm segment, we once again called upon the experts from Structural Systems to provide expert knowledge to protect your home. President Damien Enright joins us this morning with important tips. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me back.
Of course. Thanks so much for joining us. We learned so much from you, that some things that I hadn't even thought of when it comes to soil, and we're actually going to talk about soil in a bit. But
Great.
For those who, of course, we want our Hawaii homeowners to be prepared and have their homes secured.
Sure.
For those who maybe don't, what should they be doing?
Well, definitely during our stormy season, the water and drainage problems we see around Hawaii wreak havoc on our foundations, right? So if you're a homeowner and you're looking around your house and you start to notice signs of shifting and settling, cracks in your walls, windows that are sticking, doors that are sticking, you definitely want to have a professional come take a look at it. And I know for us, if we find that when we go out to our clients' homes, we always like to recommend a soil investigation or a soil report for the property.
Okay, so if you are seeing those issues, why is a soil investigation important?
Well, the way I like to describe it is, imagine you're going to a doctor for a knee problem or a heart problem, right? You wouldn't want him to start surgery right after looking at you. You want him to do an x-ray, right, or an MRI to figure out what's going on inside you.
Okay.
Think of a soil investigation as the same thing for your home. We do an x-ray or MRI for the soils to figure out what's going on down below so that we can then figure out how to solve the problem. If a contractor comes out and looks around for 10 minutes and gives you a proposal on how to fix it, he's just guessing, and you don't want to just guess with something as important as your foundation.
Right. And what can you learn from that, a soil investigation? What exactly does it tell you how to fix it?
Sure, good question. So what we do is we go around the property and we take samples of all the different layers of soil you have, and we push and we pull on those different layers to figure out how hard they are, how dense they are. We'll check for moisture content in those different layers to figure out if maybe your drainage isn't working right on that side of the home. Then the engineer will go on the inside and he'll do a topographic map of your floor of your house to figure out if some areas are low and by how much. And he'll take all that information and put a repair package together. Maybe he'll say you need some support piles on one side of the house that's sinking. Maybe he'll say you'll need a new drainage system on the other side where it's ponding during stormy weather. But everything is based on information and data that he receives from his investigation as opposed to just guessing again.
Okay, so super important, especially
Yes.
if you're having those sinking issues already.
Exactly, definitely.
Okay, so when it comes to soil investigation, because I've never even heard of that before, are there that many different types of soils that it would have to be done on a case-by-case basis?
Hawaii has some of the trickiest soils in the country, and just on Oahu alone, we have a dozen different soil types. If you're in Waikiki, you'll have swampy materials. We'll have expansive clays. Some homes are built on boulders that are rolling around up on our hillsides. You'll have corals and sands and gravels, and each different soil type requires a different solution, and that's why that soil investigation is so important, because it looks at the exact soil type for the home, and it'll come up with the proper way to deal with it. What you're looking for as a homeowner is an engineered solution with a guarantee on it. You don't want to have to wonder, well, was that the right thing to do? And that's what the engineering and the soil investigation does.
Okay, so super important. If someone is kind of thinking that this might be an issue for them, what should they do?
Again, you want a professional to come out and take a look to assess, because some of the homeowners that call us, they don't need our help, luckily, so we just point them in the right direction, maybe a gutter system or regrading their lot. But you want somebody who can tell if shifting or sinking is happening so you can catch it before it gets too far along.
Right. Okay, and how can we get in touch with you then?
You can call us or check us out at our website, www.ssihawaii.com.
Okay, thanks so much. Again, Structural Systems, always giving us great advice and great tips.
Thank you.
When you think of hurricanes and the storms, and a lot of people think of the strong winds and the damage actually associated with the system directly to the home, but you don't necessarily think about all of the things that can go wrong with the home, and soil is definitely something that we need to be prepared for, right?
Definitely.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you again.